Hi, this is James Melendez, James the Wine Guy, here to talk about Tannat. Now, Tannat is to Uruguay what Malbec is to Argentina, what Carménère is to Chile. Now, it's a fantastic varietal, and it comes from southwest France and centered around an area called Madiran, M-A-D-I-R-A-N, and finds its way into Uruguay by Basque settlers in the 1870s. So it's a predominant wine grape, and it's probably 1/3 of the production of all wine grapes that are produced in Uruguay are Tannat. You do have other varietals that are produced here as well, such as the Cabernet Sauvignon. You have Merlot and Chardonnay. And so when you think of this wine region, it's really fantastic. While it's declining in its native Madiran, France, southwest France, it has had an uptake in Uruguay. And you find some other countries, such as even Argentina, is producing Tannat. And the U.S. has small quantities as well. The motherlode is Uruguay. So I have these wines to taste through, and I can't wait to do so. So you think of this country has about 20,000 acres or 6,000 hectares, and so you have the collective and huge portion of Tannat in this region. So I have a dessert wine from Tannat, a rosé, and two 100% Tannat wines. Cannot wait to taste these. Really enjoy it. It's a wine that's really super, super dark. So take your inkwell, and it would be that dark. Well, maybe not that dark, but it's really gorgeously dark, beautiful wine. And even more beautiful, it's a flavor profile. It depends on the producer and the artistry put into the wine. But it's really a compelling wine. Now, what I find very interesting, with the exception of the port wine, or the, not port wine, but the dessert wine, is that these are really low in alcohol. These are about 12.5%, 13%. And that's really one of the indications of growing wines in Uruguay. It's close to the Atlantic, has a lot of coastal influences. It keeps us in check in the alcohol balance. So I'm going to write each of these up, but talk about each of these individually in another separate video. Just as I do in other videos, I like to index and make sure that I am very specific and talk about the subject matter. And that's what we do here. So for more reviews, please go to jamesthewineguy.com. Please subscribe to my videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Vimeo, and Google+. Salud.